The Star Worlds are in stylish Sweden this year, and hosting this high-profile event means a great deal to organiser HB Highlander.
Well, it's the Star World Championship. For me, that's probably the most prestigious and most important championship in the world. So since I was 10 years old and we had Europeans here in 1966, I've always liked the star class, and so this is fantastic for us and for me.
It's also a big deal to the 90-plus sailors competing, and boy, are there some legends here.
The Star Wars is very glamorous, very important regatta in the world of sailing. Many of the big names of sailing have been to this event, won this event or competed, and I think it's an event that everybody wants to win. I think first place in this event is something that stays for your life. So there's many good names here, and it's a tough field, a mix of generations, and a very technical class. And I think it's a regatta that it's a dream to be part of, and it's a dream to get a good result.
Pelle Pettersson won the Star Worlds 40 years ago, and this top designer, who has become a sporting icon in Sweden, is taking part at the sprightly age of 77. We're catching up with Pelle for his thoughts and philosophy in a separate report. Last year's world champions Mateusz Kuznierovic and Dominik Zicki nailed race 1, a result they were understandably delighted with. The weather was a tad dismal going into race 2, but Robert Scheidt, the brilliant Brazilian, and Bruno Prada astonished everyone by blasting through half the fleet to finish second. Scheidt is a force of nature. How does he do it? Race 3 saw America's Cup hero from New Zealand Hamish Pepper with new crew Craig Monk take the honours. Conditions were perfect.
Very good sailors here, and people have done a lot of work for this championship, and you know, right now we're up there, and we'll see what the next 2 races bring.
And in race 4, Swiss Supremos Flavio Marazzi and Enrico De Maria continued their good form at this championship.
We won the race, so it's a good day. We're still in the race for the first.
US sailors Mark Mendelblatt and Mark Strub were also in the mix, laying second overall behind the Kiwis.
We know we got a shot to win it, and that's what we're here to do. And I don't think that either of us will be happy with anything shy of that, and we're just going to try and go out there and get 2 good races in these last 2.
So with 2 more races and that crucial discard, it was all to play for into the final stages. On the penultimate day of the Star Worlds in Varberg, Sweden. Three German teams were the cream that rose to the top, with Rob Stanjek and Marcus Coy winning race number 5. Kiwis Hamish Pepper and Craig Monk also had a good day on the water, finishing 5th to secure the overall lead for a 2nd day in a row. But a mixed set of results meant the event was still wide open. Freddie Louvre and new crew Johan Tillander kept Swedish hopes alive.
I know it's very, very close in points, and whether we're 1st or 5th, I don't know. So anything can happen, especially if we have conditions like this. I mean, to win this, we really need to step it up a little bit more tomorrow. So
Americans George Szabo and Rick Peters, plus the Swiss team of Flavio Marazzi and Enrico De Maria, shared equal points in 2nd. Also in with a chance of overall victory was US Star World's rookie Andrew Campbell.
I think we're 5th at the moment, so the big plan is to just go out there and put the heat on some people. I think there's a couple of guys that are only 4 or 5 points back from us, and so we need to spend a little time looking at the results and seeing who we need to tack on. But I mean, I think we can still move up the leaderboard too, so I'd be really keen to have a nice race tomorrow.
You know, if one of those guys has a good race and they're inside that top 10, you know, we have to make sure we're ahead of them, otherwise they'll win the regatta.
To add to the tension, day 5 saw the fleet on the water for 4 hours before the day was abandoned without a race sailed. So on the first reserve day, the final showdown got underway. Brazilian Lars Grael led from the start, emulating his brother Torben, who won the Volvo Ocean Race just a few weeks previously. As Grael built up a commanding lead, all eyes were on the chasing pack. Laying in 5th was Szabo and Peters, with the other 4 contenders well down the fleet. Szabo and Peters had to maintain their fleet position to secure the title. At the finish line, Grael took the gun, a very popular winner among the spectators. The fine performance moved Grael from 9th to the bronze medal position. Finishing 3rd, Szabo and Peters of San Diego sailed their way into the history books by winning the 2009 Starboat World Championships. And they can now race with the much coveted gold star on their mainsail.
Pretty good. It's a little bit of a surprise. You know, you spend so many years sailing in the class. I think my first Worlds was 1991, and you see all those guys up there year after year, and it's like, wow, I think we get to get our name on that trophy now too, which is pretty exciting to finally get to be up there and, you know, be with those guys. So it's a pretty neat feeling. A little bit of a surprise. It's been closer to our conditions that we're a little better at every day, and you know, got a few breaks in the weather where we got to take a day off and rest and relax, and it was just made for the perfect championship for us.
It's just incredible that it happened. I can't believe it. I cannot believe it.
From the USA, George Szabo and Rick Peters. Give them the biggest hand, the biggest hand.
That wraps up our report from Sweden. In January, the Worlds will be in Rio.